cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Boy, I hope you brushed up on your Potterology.
This is the seventh movie, the eighth?
The seventh movie. The Deathly Hallows.
They reached this point now where they ain't looking at the casual fan. If you just,
not at all.
This is for everybody who's been reading or watching movies up to now.
What do I have to research? Because the movie I saw tonight, nothing goddamn happened. I mean, it was just kids hanging out in the woods. There was nothing going on.
Now, let's be fair. Before they got to the woods, there's a lot of spells going on, a lot of fighting.
And I didn't know what the hell was going on during those scenes either. I was like, okay, who's fighting who?
Look, if you ever thought hanging around Harry Potter and his friends was exciting, go on a camping trip with them. And you're going to see how dull that's going to be. You're going to sit around with them around the fire and be like, y'all are magic. Don't y'all do more shit than this?
I remember digging this book, but there's a point when they're in the woods and just somebody goes off.
Well, there's no resonance to what's happening to their characters and what's going on if you are not intimately familiar with everything they've just been through. Of course, you're like, it's just the Blair Witch Project.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a witch.
Yeah, with a super huge budget.
They're trying to stay hidden from the people who want to kill them.
Yeah, did you miss that whole
Well, why
part
don't they go to a titty bar or something? Who's going to expect 16-year-olds hanging out at a titty bar? Come on.
I'm like you. I was kind of lost. So you have Voldemort, who's a little more powerful now, and they've taken over the Ministry of Magic and the Dark Powers.
Whereas before, like between the wizards and the regular people, Muggles, us people with no magic, they always kind of kept the separation. But now that Voldemort has come back into power, he's like, the separation. We're pretty much going to take over. We're going to get rid of everybody who's a half-blood, and the first step is to get rid of all the wizards who might oppose him, all the good wizards, and especially that goddamn Harry Potter who he can't stand.
Well, it's not just that. He can't become all-powerful without killing Harry Potter because part of his existence is tied into Harry.
This is a very thinly veiled metaphor for the Nazi Party taking over Germany.
Certainly.
I mean, right down to they have Gestapo wizards, and the only thing that's missing is Voldemort don't have little Hitler mustache underneath his snake nostrils. It just keeps falling off. Even somebody like me who's seen all the movies and thought I knew what was happening, I got kind of lost in this. I mean, it was so much time between this movie and the last movie that I forgot a lot of details. And a lot of it has to do also with just the way this movie is paced. But, the pacing works for this movie because it feels genuine. Yes. I was telling you earlier that, we were talking about, man, this feels like kind of like an art film in a way. And I was saying, well, it does. And I think it's just, and maybe not even that. It feels like somebody who has made a blockbuster movie who has not tried to cheapen it with blockbuster things.
Yeah, a lot of blockbuster things that you expect are a lot of wisecracks and roller coaster action, just because they want everybody to get all pumped up. But this doesn't have that. It's a very serious in tone. It's intense most of the time. It's scary. It's on the edge. It's
really character based.
Yeah, like when things pop out, you feel a genuine sense of danger.
But this director, David Yates, there's something about him where he likes to start out strong and then just get kind of more quiet as the movie goes on, to where at the end it's like being a film, there needs to be some sort of build up. But the parts of the movie that work very well. I really did enjoy this movie. It really is nice to see true, sincere filmmaking go for a movie with this kind of budget.
I just thought after all this time we would have actually achieved something. I thought you knew what you were doing. I thought Dumbledore would have told you something worthwhile. I thought you had a plan.
I told you everything Dumbledore told me. And in case you haven't noticed, we have found a Horcrux already.
Yeah, and we're about as close to getting rid of it as we are to finding the rest of them, aren't we?
Please take the Horcrux. You wouldn't be saying any of this if you hadn't been wearing it all day.
Do you know why I listen to that radio every night, dear? To make sure I don't hear Ginny's name. Or Fred. Or George. Or Mum.
What, you think I'm not listening too? You think I don't know how this feels?
Oh, you don't know how it feels! Your parents are dead! You have no family!
Stop!
And I can't fault a guy for being faithful to the source material in as much as just there's such an expectation to do that. They've been very lucky that the actors have gotten better and the characters have grown up. They've I don't want to say evolved, but they've gotten more complex as they've gone along. My criticisms of the movie are just, they're so slight I didn't even mention them. And to me, it's a full price movie.
No, I'm right there with you, although I will say it's a low full price only because, and I don't think it's really the fault of anyone except the studio, once again, of trying awkwardly to split this up into two films when maybe it shouldn't happen that way. Maybe they just should have said, screw it, we're going to make a 3 hour and 15 minute film.
I mean, the parts that were supposed to be intriguing and exciting. They were, but there were so far and few between that it just didn't help this movie for me. So I'm giving it a straight up rental. You know, I'm
Go watch Percy Jackson.
I'm giving. You know what? Percy Jackson is a masterpiece compared to this film.
I tell you one thing I did not understand in this. This is the one that starts out really pretty much in the Muggle world, which is us. I'm a Muggle row, if you excuse me. But you know, they start
Muggle,
right,
please.
Muggle, please. But you know, I mean, they start right out like battling in the middle of London, the city, and I'm just wondering, are people? Do they not know that this stuff is happening?
It's reached that point where before it was you had a whole ministry that was dedicated to like not letting regular people know what happened.
The new power, Voldemort, he don't give a he's planning on killing all the Muggles anyway.
Voldemort don't care if you said, "Oh, reading the paper and taking a." He's like, anything goes. Get out the way.
Try to make it